Set. 380. Grenade. Set.
Herbert now on first down. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll give it to Dobbins. Finding room at the 35. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. First down, L.A.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. It's second down.
Baylor Tiger.
A run with Dobbins.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Now, Herbert. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. Here's Dobbins. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. As the clock stops, 50 seconds to play until halftime. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Open man is the tight end, Dissly. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
Herbert. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Now here's second and goal.
21.
Now it's Dobbins. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown Chargers. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and... On the ground, here's Dobbins. And that is their final timeout of the second half. And of note, that means they will not be able to challenge the rest of the game. They'll try to pick this one up on the ground. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Run! Set. What is it?
On the handoff, Edwards. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
59, 59. Run!
They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, L.A. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
Set. Set.
It's week 3 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chargers and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports in the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this...
Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from the Steel City. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers led out by their quarterback, Russell Wilson, still straight. A Seattle uniform where he was for a decade, couple of years with the Broncos, and now Greg, the 9-time Pro Bowler, year 1 in Pittsburgh.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Chargers led out by Justin Herbert in his 5th season now, Greg, as the Charger QB, a guy we saw win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in
last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Steelers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. A run with Harris. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're on 3rd down, here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Patterson. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were 3 and out first time around. They'll begin anew here in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll stay on the ground. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second and a yard. To throw, it's Herbert. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second. As the clock stops, 50 seconds to play until halftime. Herbert to throw for it on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll get that one to Patterson, complete, and they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he will score. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The Chargers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Our next drive getting ready to start, and we'll let you know what's coming up here later tonight. It is a good one. The Chiefs and Falcons in Atlanta. Second primetime appearance for the Falcons in the last 2 weeks. Then on Monday, a doubleheader comes your way. It's the Jags and the Bills in Orchard Park. Note the start time, 7:30 Eastern, followed by the Commanders and Bengals. That kicks off at the usual 8:15 starting time. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
The Chargers offense. And they're running back. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert fires left sideline. That is complete. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. To the ground, a 1st down run. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll look to pick up the pace. He keeps it himself. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down. Here's Herbert. He'll take off again. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Here's a run. And he's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll drop to throw. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Now after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points. That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a 1st.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. Throwing now is Herbert. He's got a man. It's caught in the end zone. They get the 2 points. It's going to allow them to take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
I know they're feeling great right now, Mike, taking the lead here in the 4th quarter. It's something you have to keep in mind. There's a lot of people that would say this is the wrong decision. With this much time remaining, now your opponent has no choice but to go and be super aggressive. 4 downs. Go try to get 3. Your likelihood of losing in regulation actually goes up.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. On second down, Russ. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. A big play in the game now. Third down and 1. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
He'll try to run for it. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Patterson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now Wilson on second down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So an incompletion's certainly not the worst thing in the world, but right now you're in a battle against the clock. You want to make sure that any field goal or any scoring play ends the game. You don't want to give your opponent a chance to answer the score, so they've got to be mindful of working this clock and mindful of getting into really manageable field goal distance.
Here's first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. They run it over center with Harris. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
The Chargers offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Now, on second and long. Throwing, Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Well, after that conversion, now the conversation on the sideline is, what do we do if we score? Are we content with just kicking an extra point and tying this thing up? Or does this coach decide to go for the 2-point conversion and try to win in regulation? First things first, they're going to have to score, but, man, I hope we get to see that decision.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Herbert to throw. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And this is a touchdown. They do it on the final play. And now decision time, down 1. Will they go for 2 and the win?
Mike, I know everyone loves to debate these decisions, but I don't even think there's a decision to be made. You have got to keep your offense on the field, go for 2, and end this thing right here. No overtime.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here we go. One final play. And he is in. The call works. And they're going to walk off a winner. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Chiefs and the Chargers, next on Madden NFL 25.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now 3-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Here's Mahomes to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
The tight end in motion right. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And he's looking to bounce back after an injury-riddled season a year ago. Herbert, obviously one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, but that doesn't do you any good when you're standing on the sidelines wearing a baseball cap. If this team's ever going to reach their full potential, they've got to find a way to keep him upright. And with his new head coach Jim Harbaugh in the fold, they'll do exactly that. They'll have a chance to win a lot of games with Justin Herbert on the field.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert steps away. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Now Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Complete to Johnston here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Herbert now.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Now it's Herbert out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, here's Dobbins.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Here's Herbert on the move to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Quentin Johnston.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for two.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he is into the end zone. So they get two more on the board here just before halftime.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Chargers to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
Another run here with Dobbins.
Past the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. We have played 3 quarters.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So, for the Chargers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.